your thoughts and feelings on me being unemployed at the moment?
I don't think it's surprising. I think you have a...
Welcome to my channel. My name is Giselle. I am a 30-year-old millennial and unemployed. This is my dad,
Orlando.
And this is my stepmom, Cindy. And today we're going to be having a Q&A session with them to get their thoughts on what their opinions are of my circumstances. What are your thoughts and feelings on me being unemployed at the moment?
I don't think it's surprising. I think you have a natural tendency to follow whatever lights up your soul, and I think it's admirable that you have different tastes and you pursue it at different times in your life. So I think this is just temporary, being unemployed. And I think you'll get another job soon, one that you like, and just keep on going at it until you find something you really like and you might stay with it. And some people don't really always find something they really like and they move from job to job and travel the world like you do.
Hopefully YouTube, right? Hopefully YouTube succeeds. What do you think, Cindy?
I mean, unemployed sounds a little probably harsh in my opinion, but yes, you don't have a job presently, but you are not the type of person, or you've proven to be the type of person that you're always active, looking for things to do. Yeah, correct. And that makes a big difference in being unemployed. Somebody that doesn't have a job and just stays home and does nothing.
Temporarily unemployed because she had a job in Taiwan. And then she came to Belize, immediately went to work on a documentary on Key. So she might not have an employer, but she's self-employed right now and working towards an end.
Yes! Correct. That was a great answer. Whew! Kind of stressed out, but I liked those answers. Are you proud or disappointed in me for being 30 and unemployed at the moment? I guess just proud or disappointed in me in general. Let's go with that.
I wouldn't say proud or disappointed. I mean, it's just what it is at the moment, and I know, like, I admire actually the way you just continue. I mean, that's basically when I was younger what I wanted to do, like travel the world, work somewhere else. So basically you're living my dream.
Oh, so nice.
We live our desire to travel through you. But I don't think it's a matter of being proud or disappointed. I think it's just that a lot of people don't have the courage to do what you do. A lot of people aren't happy with what they're doing, whether they're in a business or have a job. And you have the courage to just like say, you know what, this is enough, I'm leaving Austria. I'm gonna go to Key. I'm gonna leave Key for a bit, I'm gonna go to Taiwan for a year and teach English. And so a lot of people can't do that. They're stuck on a road where they get addicted to this, they get into a comfort zone and they stay here and they do not deviate from a less traveled road, and so they miss out a lot in life.
I agree with that.
That's like me, we're stay here. We're stay here.
That's not true. They were asking me to go to Argentina, but finances are tight until this YouTube channel takes off, or until I get a job.
I'm proud of you for having the conviction to pursue your dreams, and that's what we have to do. That's the meaning of life. You have to pursue your dreams and you have to do what makes you happy. If I was to say I was disappointed in you, it would be in an area where you don't have that much follow through, because you've got really great ideas and really good business plans, and you just get bored and you move on. And I think you have an income stream. If you were to just like stick to it for a few longer, put in some systems in place, and then you can go on to your next project.
Like, I see it through to the end, right?
See it through to the end and set the systems in place that you don't have to be there, but just it takes hard work to get it going and set those systems in place. But you should do it, and then you'll have, passive income. You don't have to be here or at this place to work once you have it going, but it's not always easy. Like 2 nights ago you said you're going to be a wedding coordinator, you're going to have a website, but you don't want them to call you, you don't want anyone to email you, you don't want to receive any calls, so everything is booked on the website. But if you really think about being a wedding coordinator, That's not what they do. You have to baby the bride and the groom. You literally have to baby them, and you have to sit by and listen to all their sad stories and figure out how you're gonna get this wedding executed. And there's no way a person could offer a wedding package and not be the coordinator at the same time. So if you were to pursue that, set the systems in place, do a few weddings, be the coordinator, and get an assistant that eventually can execute the weddings while you're not there. Follow through.
That is great advice. That is true. I was being pretty lazy.
Yeah, you can have a website and say, I'm going to be a wedding coordinator, but you know what? I don't want them to call me. I don't want to receive a phone call. I don't want them to bother me with an email. You can't do that because people will choose you if they trust you, if they know you're going to execute a good wedding. And so there must be people who want to see a face. They want to know the person who's planning their wedding and their getaway to Belize and the walk on the beach and the vows and the dinner rehearsal.
Okay, I agree with that. My thought process behind this website and automating everything is because one, when I am accessible to people, they want to contact me 24/7, and it can be very frustrating, especially when it's a Saturday or Sunday or past 5 p.m. Also, the fact that Belize doesn't have any website where you can make any automated purchases. Like you can't just book a snorkeling package or a scuba diving package. Oh, and for the wedding, it is only for eloping.
What is eloping?
Like only 2 people. Yeah, only 2 people. So
like no guests?
No guests. Yeah, except the 2 witnesses. Oh. So I'm starting with only eloping, and I think it's easy if they just go online, book the package, and if they have further questions, then they can go ahead and contact me. But as a first option, they can just go ahead and book automatically. It makes me happy, it makes them happy, and that was my thought process.
But you know what, the way the world is changing, you may be surprised that people actually love the idea. Just have to contact nowhere, just book.
Yeah, everything is remote now. Everything is remote. You get this model, get the basic model, get the deluxe one. Just pick it and nobody has to baby you.
Basic, standard, premium. People get paralysis by analysis, if you ask them too many questions. Do you want pink flowers or blue flowers? Oh, you don't get an option. It's white. So that's my thought process.
You might be surprised that it might just flag.
We'll see. I mean, I will have a business phone. We'll see how it goes. Let's go to the questions that you guys submitted on Instagram.
While we're in between the questions, though, let's move fast a minute.
Yeah.
Let's pick it up a little. This is going to take like 1 hour.
Yes, move fast. Let me just find my questions. Where the hell am I? Viewers want to know what your biggest trials at 30 were. What? Trials.
Oh, trials.
And your best takeaways. When you guys are 30, you had a house and kids, right?
Yeah.
I don't have a house or kids.
Me first?
Yes.
Well, when I was 30, or thereabouts, I was already getting separated and heading to divorce with your mom. It was a very difficult period for me. Extremely difficult, fighting in court for custody of you guys, and my lawyers running me broke, having these exorbitant fees. So I think it's important that sometimes you don't plunge into something. Like, if you want to get married, think about it. I never thought I'd be divorced. Nobody ever divorced in our family. When my marriage was on the rocks and headed to divorce, I tried hard to salvage it because I didn't want to be the first in my family to get to a divorce. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. So for me, at 30, that was my biggest trial, overcoming a divorce and making sure that you guys had a safe and a safe and secure environment. How would you say? A stable
home.
A stable home, yeah. So, after divorce, then I was a single father for a long time. And I had to learn how to bathe you guys as kids, comb your hair, get you dressed for school. I had to come home from work, make sure that I was here when you guys came. I had to learn how to cook supper, make French toast, pancakes, scrambled eggs. Didn't have a housekeeper or cook back then. So those were my trials. At that time, like those 3 years, I was a focused single father.
Those are some very challenging trials. But I remember when he was learning to brush my hair. And I remember Cindy taught me how to brush my hair. She was like, you should have a line in your hair when you brush it. And so I took the brush and I brushed it like this, and I was like, do I have the line? And you were like, yes, you have lots of lines. Do you remember that? I remember that. Yeah. But you meant like a line like this. But I just brushed my hair and I took it back, and then I had lots of lines.
Yeah, I had to really focus on how to things that I used to take for granted. I had to make sure you guys knew how to brush your teeth, and I'll test it. I'll run my finger on your teeth, and if it had like plaque or tartar, I'd wipe it on your shirt or on your cheek, so that when it grows you out, and you really, when it's time to check that your teeth were brushed, you know, little by little, you made sure that you brushed it good and there was no plaque on it. You remember those times?
Yes, I remember. And what about you, Cindy? What were your biggest?
I guess at 30, because it was having a new an instant family,
Oh,
an
yeah.
immediate family.
With 3
It was
kids.
a challenge, and then, but you know, things happen for a reason. We're still here, and I think we have a very good relationship now, better than when you guys are smaller.
I agree. So we all,
Mellow out.
yeah. How do you imagine me in the next 5 years? I'll be 35. Honestly, I don't even know how I imagine myself, so I don't know how you guys can imagine me in 35 years.
Working retail with a lot of makeup. That's a joke. That's okay. Definitely not.
Yeah, no.
Not retail and not makeup. That's not your line of work. That's not what lights your soul on fire.
35.
35.
That should be like a pivotal point,
Yeah.
I think, right?
I could say what I hope you would be like at 35, but it has absolutely nothing to do with me and everything to do with you. At 35, I really cannot say, because your goals and they change so much. So I can't keep up. I don't know where you're going to be in 35. I hope you will be, you will have gathered more experience. You will be wiser, and you'd be better for it. But I don't know where you'll be in 35. I cannot say.
I think your YouTube channel will, make a hit, because it's a law of attraction. The
Right?
way you really put your energy into this, I think it will come. But also, I think you'll have your tech job to be like
Financing.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I'm applying for tech jobs. Yeah, I have an interview with 3 recruiters, so let's see how that goes. I really want a remote job. That would be the ideal thing, but we'll see. All right, the final question. What are your suggestions for my future?
You first, Cindy.
I would say we need a grandchild.
Grandchild.
Focus, I think you need to work on a tech job to support you, and then while the YouTube channel actually takes it. I mean, I don't know how, this is new to me, so I don't really know how fast it actually does happen. So you need that something to anchor to help you
To hold me over.
Yeah. Go for that tech job in California, simultaneously working with your YouTube channel.
I also really like spending money. I realize that when I don't have money to spend, I still spend like if I have money. So I really need this tech job.
What's the question again?
Advice for the future?
Yeah,
Oh,
what are your
yeah.
suggestions? Yeah, advice for the future.
I always found you to be like a little bit like orchestrating sometimes. Like I get a call from you and out of the blue, and then without even realizing it, I'm helping you solve a problem that I didn't want to go there, and then I'm there, and then it's always like a crisis. So I would say like, stay away from that a bit. But I think life advice for you is that you have to follow through. I follow this guy, Kevin Hart, for real. He just posted, he had a post that, that it takes hard work. It takes hard work. And he just pounded that in his post. And he said that it might take 30 months, it might take 30 years, but it will happen. And I believe, like, Cinda's right. It's a law of attraction. And I've never seen something that lights your soul on fire as much as YouTube and social media. I've never seen you, nothing else excites you like that, and you live for it. And so it's the law of attraction. And if you believe you will do it, believe that you will. Believe that you will be famous someday, and believe that you will make a difference with your YouTube videos. And I think it's gonna happen. You just have to stay with it. But in a nutshell, follow through on what you do. You have, like I said, you have great ideas, and you have good business plans, and you just let them fall by the wayside, and you should not do that. You should you have to realize that you need money to pursue there's no two ways about it. You do need money to pursue your goals and your travels and your projects, and so you need to figure out some ways to have, like, even if the income is passive, work hard towards it and get some systems in place in the business and get this income going.
I agree. This is my year of following through on everything I do.
Oh.
It is, but also it's taking really long. Because I would think, okay, by this date, I'll be finished with everything I want to do, and then it turns out I'm not.
I remember when you remember when we visited Giselle in Vienna, and Giselle was like excited. Oh, I'm going to be famous. Dad, in 1 year, I'm going to have 1 million subscribers on Instagram, and I'm going to be famous. I'm going to be famous. And like she starts building up her following, and like in 3 days, Instagram booted her off the platform.
Okay, but remember the always about Kentucky Fried Chicken? He became a millionaire.
I think he was like over Colonel Saunders. He became a millionaire like in his late 50s or early 60s. So it's gonna happen, Giselle, but you have a lot going for you.
Yeah.
I like that you're humanist in you. I like that you care for people, that you're compassionate, that you're honest. I think those are qualities that I'm really happy. I'm glad that you took those qualities.
Thanks, bees.
Thanks, Cindy. Well, thank you guys for doing this video with me. Thanks for not putting me on blast with all my shortcomings. I was kind of waiting for it, but it didn't happen. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this interview, and we will finish our chocolate milk, and I will see you in the next video.
Giselle is very spontaneous and sometimes impulsive. And it's good, like even when we plan a vacation, we all want Giselle to be with us and to help us plan it, because it's so much fun when she's around, and she does this stuff like really off the beaten path. And so it's always interesting when Giselle is around, and it's a good quality to have. A lot of people just dream about doing what you're doing. Giving up one job, moving way across the other half of the world, just pursuing your dreams, living the life. You know, your little sister always said, Bianca always said, I think it was on her Facebook profile, she always said, everybody dies, but not everyone lives.
Oh yeah, she did say that.
Yeah. Well, not Giselle.
That's true.
Not GC.
Every day counts.
Yeah.
Every day counts. Well, actually, first of all, I just want to say, I don't really care about being famous. That's not what attracts me to social media. What attracts me to social media is that I can just live my best life and I get paid for it. Like, who doesn't want to live like that? So I'm like, yes, make me Instagram and YouTube famous, because I want to get paid to go surfing. But I also want to say I do live my life. I actually think about death a lot. It sounds kind of morbid, but I think about death a lot. Like, if I'm gonna live until 80 years old, I do a reverse engineering, right? Like, I'm 1 day closer to death. Like, did I live this day
Fully.
Yeah. And
You live it fully. Will you have, if you don't die like in an instant, and you die so that like old people, you know that they're dead and they got cancer and anything, will you have regrets? That's what you don't want to have, is that you don't want to have regrets. You don't want to die with a bunch of money. You want to spend everything and have a good time and did everything you really wanted to do.
That's also why my parents say that I'm gonna have no inheritance, because you're gonna set everything right.
We're gonna spend, if we can spend the little bit of money we got, we're gonna spend it for a good time, which is what we're doing. And I can't say you won't have an inheritance, but I'm not promising anything, because we're gonna spend everything having a good time.
We're here for a good time, not a long time.
Not a long time, that's right. We're here for a good time.
Alright, we'll see you guys later. Bye!